What up, your Timmers here. Since Steven Spielberg's new film, The Fabelmans, comes out pretty soon, this month I am going to be doing my reviews for for the GOAT himself, Steven Spielberg films. Now, of course, I did do my review for Jaws like 2 years ago, so you can find it on my page. But here's my review for pretty much his Jaws follow up, and that is his Alien classic, Close Encounter of the Third Kind. Now, of course, Steven Spielberg will go ahead and direct other alien-based movies, like obviously E.T., War of the Worlds, which I'll get you in separate videos. But before that, he gave us a really great film, which was Close Encounter of the Third Kind, which, of course, if you guys don't know, he actually wrote this film. Starring Richard Dreyfuss, who, of course, was a Jaws reunion between the two. Now, if you guys don't know much about the story here, it's more like a science fiction event, where a science fiction adventure about a group of people who attempt to contact alien intelligence. And so we got Roy Nearly, played by Richard Dreyfuss, who witnessed undefined, unidentified flying object, and even has like a sunburn from its bright lights, to prove it. And he refuses to accept an explanation for what he saw, that and is prepared to give up his life to pursue the truth about the UFOs. And this may be pretty much one of the greatest sci-fi films to come out in the 70s and 80s and stuff like that. It is so intriguing. The visuals, of course, at the times was intriguing because this movie actually came out like pre Star Wars. So if you really look at it, if it wasn't for a Close Encounter, we probably wouldn't get Star Wars because they were a little like, if you guys don't know, they were a little Lucasfilms was a little hesitant to do Star Wars because they didn't know if Star Wars was gonna be a hit or anything like that. And then came Close Encounters, and this thing was a massive. How much did they again? About 306.1 million at the box office. And if it wasn't for Close Encounter, we would never have gotten a great trilogy like Star Wars. So there's that. But of course, you had Richard Dreyfuss was great in this. The aliens stuff looked really cool. You had Melinda Dillon, Terry Garr, Bob Bowlen was also in this. I mean, some really great supporting cast members. But Richard Dreyfuss, of course, actors like Jack Nixon and even Gene Hackman was originally supposed to play his part, but I guess they passed off, and so the role automatically went to Richard Dreyfuss, who, of course, Richard Dreyfuss did work a lot with did of course work with Steven Spielberg before, so there's that. But yeah, Close Encounter is maybe one of the greatest sci-fi films to ever come out in movie history. Great score here because, of course, I believe it was John Williams who did the score, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, John Williams, of course, because hey, John Williams and Steven Spielberg, they worked magic before with Jaws, so those two just make magic great. You got, I mean, John Williams. Man, I always wish I went to a John Williams concert, but yeah, that aside, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I mean, the ending is pretty heartfelt. It's really touching. I mean, if you guys have never really seen Close Encounter, do yourself a favor, give it a go. I mean, obviously, I was not born in 1977, so I did not see it in theaters, but I actually did saw it. I actually technically did saw it in theaters when they did the IMAX re-release a couple years ago, which was a great big screen experience. I mean, yeah, if you guys have if they ever do a re-release of Close Encounter and it's near you guys, do yourself a favor, go check out Close Encounter on the big screen. You won't be disappointed. But that aside, definitely go check out Close Encounter if you guys haven't seen that. I'm not sure we can find it nowadays. Let me pull up where. You can mostly rent it on Apple and Prime Video. Shame that you can't find it on HBO Max or anything like that, but maybe someday. Anyway, let me let you guys. Have you ever seen Close Encounter of the Third Kind? If so, what's up? Were you a fan? Are you not a fan of it? Favorite scenes, favorite moments? Where would it rank in your favorite Steven Spielberg films? Drop comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, that bell for notification. This is Simon Sayo.